They watched a millionaire walk past a homeless mother and her baby, and everyone said the same thing: he's a monster. What no one realized is that stopping to help her right then could have gotten that baby killed. It was a freezing afternoon in Chicago, the kind of cold that cuts through clothes, the kind that makes your hands go numb in minutes. On the sidewalk near a busy intersection, a young woman sat against a brick wall, holding her baby tightly to her chest. Her coat was too thin, her shoes were worn, the baby's face was red from the cold. People slowed down, not to help, but to look. Some whispered, some stared, a few quietly pulled out their phones. Because suffering when it's not yours has become entertainment. Then a man appeared, well-dressed, clean coat, confident walk, the kind of man people immediately label as privileged. He stopped in front of her. For a moment, everything froze. Everyone expected the same ending: money, kindness, a heroic moment caught on camera. But instead, the man looked at the woman, looked at the baby, and walked away. The reaction was instant. He's heartless. How can someone with so much do nothing? That baby deserves better. In seconds, a story was written for him. A villain, a symbol of greed, another rich man who didn't care. But no one knew his name, and no one knew his past. His name was Ethan Walker, and years earlier he had made the mistake everyone wanted him to make again. He had stopped. He had helped. Back then, Ethan saw a woman just like this one. Same fear in her eyes, same baby in her arms. He paid for food, a hotel room, medical care. He thought he was doing the right thing. 3 weeks later, the baby was dead. Not from hunger, not from illness, but because someone found them after Ethan left. Ethan spent months in courtrooms, months replaying that choice in his head. And that's when he learned a truth no one talks about. Helping without protection can be more dangerous than doing nothing. So when Ethan walked away that day, he wasn't ignoring her. He was observing. He memorized her face. He noticed who was watching her. He saw a man across the street who didn't look away. Ethan didn't reach for his wallet. He reached for his phone, but not to film. That night, Ethan followed at a distance, not close enough to be noticed, not far enough to lose sight. When the woman finally moved, Ethan made a call, not to charity, not to social media, to people trained to help quietly. By morning, the woman and her baby were gone. No cameras, no applause, no viral moment. They were taken to a secure shelter. Medical care was provided. Protection was arranged. No one knew who paid for it, and Ethan didn't tell anyone, because he had learned something painful. The safest help is often invisible. Days later, a reporter followed up on the story. The footage of Ethan walking away had spread, but the ending never did. When the truth finally came out, people felt uncomfortable, because the story no longer had a villain, and quiet responsibility doesn't trend. It doesn't get likes. It doesn't feel good. It forces people to question themselves. Ethan never responded to the comments. He never defended himself, because he understood something most people never will. Doing the right thing often looks wrong when you don't owe the world an explanation. So before you judge someone's choice, ask yourself something honestly. Are you willing to carry the consequences or just the opinion?